Right, it's September 2023 and I'm just in Eastwood in Rotherham. I'm just walking outside Peck House. Now, I can't really tell you a lot about Peck House because I don't really know much about it other than the fact it's a derelict building. But I understand it used to belong to a company. I think it was the head office of a department store. But the interesting thing is, like several other buildings in Rotherham or in the vicinity of Rotherham, this has just been left derelict for many years. Now, I can't tell you how long it's been derelict for, but I do remember it was not in use in the late 2000s, and we're now 2023. Now, the reason I thought I'd come and make a video is because this was all actually boarded up until recently. I'm not aware of any plans for it. I think someone has had plans for the site in the past, but it's just sat here boarded up and completely derelict. And if you want to know more about Peck House, there are actually some photos on the World Wide Web, and I think in some newspaper websites as well, which people have used. And they can probably tell you a lot more about it than I can. But I just thought it'd be interesting just to do a little video just to show what it looks like, because they've taken all the boarding down and it looks like they're preparing to demolish it, which it's a bit of an eyesore, so it's not before time. And they've pulled a load of stuff out by the looks of it. They took all the boards down, took all the roof off, and well, there's not much of it left now other than just the steel structure. The only thing that did sort of look actually interesting about this particular building is over here, where we've got these tiles. And that gave a little bit of an interesting, the different patterns and so on. It gave it a bit of an interesting appearance. Where it was otherwise just a very, very bland looking ordinary building. Now we're in Eastwood, and Eastwood's one of the more tatty places in Rotherham, to put it bluntly. But there's a lot of derelict buildings in Rotherham town centre and nearby. And to be fair, the council have put some effort into trying to improve the town centre in recent years and the surrounding areas. But the problem with these derelict buildings is it's one of the first things you actually see when you come in the car, or when you come in by train or by bus. And it just looks really miserable, and it makes the whole place look really miserable. And it's all places which cannot now be used for other businesses. So just coming around the corner, and we can't actually get into the building because it's all fenced off. This is Shore Road along the side, and I don't know how far back. I don't know if all this is part of Peck House, because to be honest, while I go down Fitzwilliam Road, which is behind me practically all the time, and I've done for years, it's very, very rare that I ever actually come down here. And this is actually quite an interesting construction on the side here, because we've got a load of breeze blocks, which at one time were clearly windows and doors, but it's now all been bricked up. So it's interesting as to why they've actually done that. I don't know if it's been repurposed for something else in the past, or whether that's recent. I mean, it doesn't look new, but it looks recent at some point. We're coming a bit further down. We've got another old building, and this belongs to Backer Electric Heating Elements, and they were a big established company who make heating elements, as is suggested by the name. And again, there's very little I can actually tell you about that, because although they were a well-known manufacturer, I can't really tell you much about the business, and I don't know if it's even still going. So we've got some very old-looking signage here, goods inwards, goods outwards. It's a very old building, some of it's boarded up, so it looks like it's not in use. But we do have electric cabinets here, so they may well be in use for something. Yeah, if you come further down, this bit here, which actually looks newer than the bit we've just come past, that's all got broken windows, so it looks like it's out of use. It's worth a little trip down here, because just to the bottom of this road, on Chesterton Road, is what was the KP Nuts factory. And anyone who's lived in this area or come past over the years will probably remember that whenever you come past, you could smell the KP nuts. But even that's gone now. It is still local, I believe. I think it moved up to Hellaby. So they are still local to Rotherham at least. Now, opposite the KP Nuts factory, this bit here, this corner building, looks a bit more interesting. It has the Backer Electric sign on there, Backer Electric Co Limited Registered Office. But there's also a sign there that says remember social distancing, so it must have been used in recent years. Yes, it's a really old-fashioned waiting room, complete with magazines. I don't know when the magazines would be from. There's a really old sign there for the Backer Company, and a staircase, and that looks actually in quite good condition for a building that's really as tatty as the rest of it looks. The area is not entirely derelict though. Chesterton Road's recently had a new surface of tarmac applied to it. But just coming around the back of the Backer building, the rest of that building actually looks quite derelict. You know, it looks like there's nothing in there. And we move across here, and you can see this is all was windows at one time, and it's all been had a wall built with breeze blocks, and they've left some of the windows in, and others have probably fallen out. So again, I don't know when that was done or why, but it looks very derelict. But there are signs of life there though. But fortunately the area is not completely derelict though. We've got a football place here. There's some other, I mean it's mostly just warehouses, so there's not really much I can comment on, but there are other businesses up there and there's some behind us. So it's not completely out of use despite the outward appearance. So yeah, that's just a quick look at Peck House and Backer heating elements in Eastwood in Rotherham in its current state in 2023. I've no doubt if I do a bit of Google searching I'll be able to find out more about it, and no doubt someone will probably leave a comment explaining what's going on with it and probably knows more than I do.